a fab idea, you know, because I was so sick and tired of everyone asking me, "तो अब आप कब size zero बनने वाली हैं?" You know, so but no, I think it's a great cover. I think the idea behind it is very great. That it's not about who you are, where you come from. You could come from any socio geographical, political background. You could have any kind of leanings. You could look a particular way. You could have a disability maybe. But the fact is that if you have fire in your belly and you have the will to do what you want to do, I think you should just believe in yourself and follow your dream. And I think that's the whole idea of being unstoppable, which is why I thought, you know, I just jumped at it really. I've been fairly fortunate. You know, I've been in Bombay for about 4.5 years now. You know, I'm working with some filmmakers that are probably on the wish list of every actor. I'm pretty happy in terms of where my career is going. You know, and honestly, the kind of filmmakers I worked with or the films I've done, they've never really asked me to change anything about who I am. They have hired me because they felt I could do the job, that I was a decent actor. I've always been very happy in my skin. I've grown up in a family where I had a lot of love. Although they were very conservative, I was never told you can't do something because you know you're a girl, or because something's allowed to your brothers but they're not allowed to you. And I think that was very important. That gave me a lot of confidence in myself as a person. And I think वो बहुत ज़रूरी होता है. मतलब if you always are told that there's something you can't have or you're not good enough, I think if your that self-belief or their self-esteem is sort of shaken, you can't do anything. Initially, of course, I mean, like all girls, I've also done the whole rigmarole, falling fat diets and everything. You know, because it's like this constant thing that you have to just do. You just have to be perfect in every possible way. But I guess you should just, if you learn to be happy with yourself and you learn to accept yourself for who you are, I think that just keeps you happier in the long run.
You know what? It actually is changing. I believe that it is. I see it happening every day. I experience things, and I know that a lot is changing. Having said that, there's one thing I'd like to tell the press, that you know you're here at an event where there's so many wonderful women, and from all walks of life, and with such brilliant stories, and I entered and I was so overwhelmed. It's very sort of disheartening on some level to see educated people and women sitting here and have no questions whatsoever, because I have so many questions I'd like to ask these women. There's so much time I'd like to spend with them. You have the opportunity to meet these women. I'm so glad I have. And it's very, very sad and disheartening that we have women in 2014, young women, young men of India, and you all really had nothing to ask any of them. Like, it's, you know, so it is changing, and then you have this. So, what do you say?
I think it always was mixed, because we had a lot of dusky actresses. We had Kajol, we had Rani Mukherjee, we had Smita Patil, Shabana Azmi. I mean, through times we've had dusky actresses, but it's still out of the rule, and it still is like, you know, it's still a long fight. Like, we were a part of a campaign called Dark is Beautiful, and a lot of people actually in Bollywood who are dusky did not want to be a part of the campaign because they did not want to confirm that they're dusky. So these things are pretty complex. So it's definitely better than before. And like, you know, like Diana said, that things are changing for not only for dusky women but for women. But things are also not changing. There are in many areas, actually, my mother says it was better in her times than it is for me. So I think we as women are going through a very interesting transition, and which is about everything. It's about body type, it's about curly hair or straight hair, it's dusky or fair, it's all those cliches. You're tall or short. and it's going to take a longer time for all of us to actually get over these biases. And these platforms that Femina has like come up with, I think these platforms are very important because it discusses these issues and it raises these questions, and we have to constantly raise the questions unless it changes.
To know more about your favorite superstars, subscribe to Bollywood Wala now and hit like if you like this story.